saw something that was pretty cool. So we're just out here on one of the trails I like to run, and yeah, we're just gonna get right into it. This is sort of a baseline video of pretty much all the stuff I bring on my scouting or hunting trips. A few pieces of gear might change from trip to trip, you know, depending on weather or whatever, you know, Met-T dependent. I'm going to get some of these big pieces out of the way to make room. So first off, we'll just hit the Stone Glacier Grumman down jacket. First time using this up in Utah. It didn't really get quite cold enough to be really using it that much. But I will say when I was up glassing, it definitely got used. It was pretty windy up there. And as an insulation layer, it worked pretty well. It even helps break up some of that wind. So, solid piece of gear. We rocked the Crispy Nevadas. Awesome boots. Absolutely love Crispy. I can't say enough good things about them. PEAX gators. If you've heard of PEAX, then I don't even need to say anything about them. They're absolutely phenomenal. They do their job. They do as advertised and above and beyond. Last season, I rocked some Black Ovis gators, and those are really good. So maybe the difference maker between the more affordable pair of gators and the higher end one, maybe it's more of a you have to take them to certain extremes to really find that gap. Yeah, I'm gonna get this stuff moved out of the way real quick. Pack, we're rocking Stone Glacier. This is from their Sky series. Off the top of my head, I don't know exactly which size this is, but it is the second to largest one that they do offer, and it is phenomenal. I love that pack. They have better ones, allegedly better ones out there now. I know Initial Ascent, everybody is kind of hopping on that train as far as packs go. I really don't have $800 to just go buy another pack just to try it out. But the Stone Glacier is absolutely amazing. I love that pack. Been using it for 3 years, and it's great. Low lifters, everything. Very simple to use, easily adjustable. Something I want to talk about here is these straps and how they adjust. You can actually work the Velcro here and then work it in or out to change the angle in which these straps are orientated coming over your shoulder. That's pretty sweet. That's pretty sweet. Makes a big difference. Makes a very big difference with fitment, especially for me. I have a short torso. I'm a short and stocky guy, so the more adjustability I have, the better. We take a Jetboil out there. I have been looking at the Jetboil stash. I think I'm going to be upgrading to that. Maybe not this year, probably next. This is something more niche. This is something that is important for me. Most of y'all are not going to need this, but I have had 2 knee surgeries, and I'm going to be needing a third. So, got the Donjoy knee brace. It probably looks familiar because you see NFL and college football players wear them. It is really good. If you do have knee problems, might as well just talk about it here real quick. This thing is phenomenal. I was a little skeptical of it. Actually, just noticed that. It took a little chip. I'm not sure how that's going to come out, but me, this thing is built durable. It's just paint. But the comfortability is very good on this. It fit underneath my pants, which was amazing. Glad it fits underneath my pants because I didn't want to wear it over top. And they're very adjustable. These pads, you can get different foamy pads for them, some more cushion, some less, and that'll change the way it feels on your knee. That's about it. Always bring a little power bank. Honestly, I've had this thing for probably 4 or 5 years. I don't, 10,000 mAh. I don't know what unit of measurement that is, but that is how much capacity it has. It'll usually get me 2 or 3 charges out there, and I'm usually running on airplane mode anyways, so this usually does it. And then I will probably bring like a small solar panel too, just to use that throughout the day. You probably saw in the intro using the Platypus 1 liter bag with the gravity filter. I actually never had to use it yet until this scouting trip, and it worked pretty well. The flow is not high, but it cleans your water and you can drink. You know, that's what it's supposed to do, and it does it. Let's take a break from that and go into optics here. So we got the Vortex chest rig bino harness here, and then inside we got the Vortex Viper HDs. These are a 12 by 50. I did opt for 12s over 10s, and I like it. I like it. We also got the adapter on the bottom here so that you can mount it on a tripod. And these things are sweet. These are really, really good binos. For those of y'all that do know, they're coming out with some crazy stuff like the Sig 6s, I think, the stabilized ones. I'm sure those things are phenomenal. I'm hearing nothing but good things about them. And then we also just got a rangefinder in here. Comes with the tether. This bino harness is pretty sweet, honestly. I like it. It's comfortable. The mesh on the back as well. This, just a really good, solid piece of gear. I like it. Marsupial, they make some great bino harnesses, but, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. There's no reason to go buy a new one. Then getting into a layer here, we got the de Havilland jacket. I did get a few uses out of this up there on this scouting trip. It's got great fit, a little bit longer in the sleeves, but yeah, I don't have the most common build, so it's tough to find things that fit like perfectly for me. These, along with the de Havilland pants, which are currently back at my house, those de Havilland pants are good. I also got the de Havilland lights. Also a big fan of those. The de Havilland lights are perfect for early season. They're so light, so breathable. I didn't know how I was going to feel about the full length pant leg zipper. If you've seen them, Stone Glacier runs a really long a really long hip vent on the side, and I like it. I used to run Kuiu pants, but the fitment is not ideal for me. I don't have long legs, and they're pretty big. So it was extremely tight in the thighs, and the inseam was, let's just say, extremely high and uncomfortable. And I'll just leave it at that. Tent. One of my good friends who strictly just does backpacking, he recommended to me Tarp Tents. And this is one of their 2-persons. I don't know the model off the top of my head, but Tarp Tents, very good. Packs down pretty small. Been using it for over 3 years now. No punctures, super lightweight. Just a phenomenal tent overall. I really like it. I have been considering moving to like a teepee style, but probably going to push that off for a little bit because I really do like this tarp tent. It's a good piece of gear. This was a new addition. This was the Nemo Tensor Alpine Insulated. So this has a very high R value. It's going to keep you warm in those late season rut hunts. It is very narrow. It's a mummy. It's a mummy pad. So not much room on it, but also I'm short. I am a little wide, but I am short, so I found it to be pretty comfortable. I didn't mind it. It's a good pad. And then along with that, another new piece of gear, we have the Big Agnes Torchlight 20-degree bag. And this is with down. So this is my first time using a down bag, and it was good. It was very warm. It got down into the mid to high 30s, and I found myself waking up with a little sweaty in the morning. So very warm. I will say, last season I didn't want to bring it out here, but I brought the sack with me, the Lost Dog 15-degree bag, and this is a synthetic bag. But on the Lost Dog, it has this mesh little bungee thing, and then your pad will fit into that, and it'll hold on to your pad. So that way you're never going to slide off your pad at night, which if you've gone camping, you've gone backpacking, you've gone hunting, backcountry hunting and camping and stuff, that's a real pain in the ass. So I do really like that feature on the Lost Dog. I wish this one had it, but I also never found myself falling off of it at night. I also found like a really good level place to sleep, and I don't toss and turn too much. So it was good for me. It was good for me, but keep that in mind with how you sleep. Maybe one that does have that little like bungee thing that'll wrap around the pad. That might be better for you. And then this is just one of the PEAX specials. It's a snug pack pillow. It's a pillow. It packs down super small. Not much to say about it. It's a good piece of gear. We'll hold off on some of the shooting things. Let's go back over to PEAX. So these are their elite trekking poles. These things are phenomenal. I've been running a Amazon special for the past 2 years, and they're okay. But when you got a heavy load on your back, and you're really needing to dig in with your trekking poles, those things they just shrink up. So upgrading to a good pair of trekking poles was definitely worth the money. Definitely worth the money. Especially for me with bad knees, like safety is a big concern, and being able to stay out there. Because if I go out there and I jack up my knee, like fun's over, I gotta go home. So we don't want to do that. We want to hunt as long as we can. So good trekking poles, good knee brace. It'll help us stay out there longer, stay safe, and it basically puts you in 4-wheel drive. If you don't use trekking poles, you need to. Having trekking poles, it is literally the difference between 2-wheel drive and 4-wheel drive. You can climb a lot more stuff faster and easier, and keeps you safe. I'll just leave it at that. Base layers. So this is a merino. I think this is almost as light of a base layer as you can get from KUIU. I believe this is their Velo. Yeah, this is their merino wool. 145. That's the weight. 145. So not quite the lightest, but still pretty lightweight. You can wear this out in the middle of summer, and it breathes like nothing else. It's amazing. And durability is pretty great on this too, because I've been running this thing for 4 years now, and for how thin of a material this was, I kind of figured like, oh, I'm probably gonna have to get a new one, after a year or two, because it'll just get so many holes in it. But to my surprise, it's holding up pretty well. It's still making trips out there with me. Another lightweight piece of gear here, or a lightweight top. This is the name escapes me, but It's a lightweight top by Stone Glacier. Phenomenal. I love it. I wear this thing out all the time. It's great. Also, something that I do love about Stone Glacier is their zipper and the hoodie. It runs up really high. So whenever you zip it up all the way, it's going to zip like all the way up to like just below your nose, which seems a little awkward, but the purpose and intent is there behind it. It's purpose and intent driven piece of gear. Yeah. So good time. Socks. We are huge fans of Darn Tough socks. They're phenomenal. Get you a pair. And then really have not needed very warm gloves yet, honestly. I almost put them on when I was up on top glassing because it was pretty windy and the hands were getting a little chilly, but I wasn't up there long enough for me to want to start digging and grabbing these. But I've tried them on. The fit's good. The fit is there. They got this nice textured on the palm so you can grip trekking poles or whatever. We'll just move on here to the marsupial scope cover. This thing is phenomenal. It's pretty good. I like it. Bungees are good. I love the muzzle cover, so that way you don't have to tape up your muzzle. Probably still recommend that you do, but you don't have to with this. I will say if your scope does have a parallax turret along with the windage turret, it's going to look a little funky. It's going to be like bulging out on the sides pretty heavy, but it does its job. It does its purpose. Last year in Oregon, during my hunt, I took a pretty hard fall, and I whacked my scope against a log, and you just don't want to have to deal with the anxiety that comes with that, because it's going to cause a lot of anxiety. You're going to be wondering from there on out if your zero is off. Luckily, mine wasn't. We still killed our first buck, but it's a good piece of gear. You should get one. Protect your glass. Don't do what I almost did and throw your zero off and falling. This is a Go Hunt Tyvek bag. Awesome. This is a very roughly put together possibles pouch. Not much in here. We just got tourniquet, waterproof matches, iodine tablets, or at least I think it's iodine tablets, aqua tabs, acetaminophen with a bunch of other pills in there for whatever I may need. And then I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but tourniquet, and then a tampon. No, I do not have a period, but if you get a little cut, tampon works just as good as gauze. The only difference is it doesn't have quick clot on it. Something I always wear with me, I also daily this too, is going to be the Eberly stock fanny pack. I don't know the model name of it, but it's fantastic. I also conceal carry with it. It's got this nice zipper in the back. You can just rip it open, and then boom, you got your EDC in there. Headlamp. I only brought one on this, but this was an exception, but I always carry two because two is one and one is none. We just got a Black Diamond. This is the rechargeable one. This is the Storm R. The battery life is really good on it. I'm a big fan of this. Battery life is like insane, like actually. And then it'll run off actually I think it's a micro USB. I wish it was a USB-C because that's kind of what yeah, it runs off a micro USB, not a USB-C. That's kind of a bummer because it's one more different kind of cord you have to pack with you, but that is a really good headlamp. Knife, you should always have a knife on you. even every day, you should always have a knife on you. This is the Spyderco Shaman, um, sold to me by one of my good friends who is a absolute knife nerd. This blade is freaking fantastic. I'm probably gonna mess it up, and he's gonna get mad at me for it. But 1090V, I think that's the type of steel it's made out of. But very durable, retains a phenomenal edge. This was the only blade that I used to field dress and quarter out my buck last year, and this was all I needed, and it was still cutting paper afterwards. It's a great blade. Always bring some ear pro. I want to get the ones that just kind of just leave around your neck, but these are also pretty bougie. These are some 3Ms, and these are noise canceling, but it also allows you to hear ambient sounds. So it runs off a battery. You just pop in. See if I can open this without jacking. Yeah, there we go. 3 AA's. So it runs off of 3 AA's. It charges them. It's got good battery life, and yeah, you can still communicate to people while still having ear protection. Great for the range, and why not have them in the field too? That pretty much covers it. Oh, we got our spotting scope. Almost forgot about that. Everybody loves big glass. This is pretty cheap. This is nothing special. Some things you might have noticed. Some things here can definitely be upgraded, but then I also got some things that I'm probably never going to upgrade from because they're really good. But this is a piece that I do want to upgrade from in the near future. In the near future, this is the Crossfire HD. I think it's about the lowest level tier spotting scope that you can get, but it is decent. It is decent. It's not bad. Where those higher end pieces of glass are going to excel are in lower light conditions. They're yeah. This does not do that. This does not excel in low light conditions. And then almost forgot, but we have our care package from Go Hunt because they had a big Memorial Day sale. So we always bring mountain houses with us. We had a great deal on this for Memorial Day. If you didn't get them, you missed out. Sorry. Better luck next time, pal. Yeah, these were going for like $7 a pop, where they're normally like 10, 9 or 10. So got a bunch of mountain houses. We got some Mountain Ops Ignite. This is hot, so this is like your morning coffee. This is actually really good. I don't think there's much caffeine in it. I'm pretty caffeine dependent. I don't think there's much caffeine in this, but with all the other stuff that they got in here, it really gives you a good long-lasting focus and sustainable energy. So, good job. I love Mountain Ops. Huge fan. Got a couple t-shirts. Love to rep the brand of people that actually make good stuff. Honey stingers. I mainly stocked up on this for the upcoming hunting season. I didn't want to dive into too much of this for my scouting trips. But some honey stingers. But what I did use out there were the Pro Bars. I heard the guys over at Go Hunt, they wouldn't shut up about them. So I picked me up a bunch, and I survived an entire day off of just 2 of those. Just 2 of them. And I felt fine. Like, no low energy. I think it's like 400 calories in each one. It's pretty solid. As old B Mills says, you know, food is not fun. Food is fuel. I agree with that when you are hunting and backpacking. There, it makes sense. I do want to start packaging my own stuff. I would like to get into that for this upcoming hunting season. It would cut down costs, and you can make better quality stuff with, you know, whatever. There's good stuff out there on Pinterest and all that crap. Yeah, I think that just about covers it. We're going to break out the bolt gun because I know that's what everybody wants to see. I've been putting off on doing my new build review, but we're going to give it to you now.
Hey, how's it going? This morning we're going to be mounting the scope and the muzzle brake on the Weatherby Alpine MDT chambered in 300 WinMag. We have the Hellfire muzzle brake, from Area 419, matched scope rings from Area 419, and the Arkin EP5 Gen 2 7 to 35 times scope. Tools we're going to be using today are the Mark 13 Mod 5 7 Allen key set, blue Loctite, bubble levels, and a torque tool set to get everything tight down to spec. Tomorrow, gonna go out to the range, break it in, get it zeroed, and get dope out of 300 meters.
All right, last piece here is the Weatherby Alpine MDT chambered in 300 WinMag. The only thing that I put on it since that first video is this Atlas bipod with the Area 419 mount. I've had a few issues with this mount already. After about 10 or 15 shots at the range, it got loose and it actually fell off. I contacted Area 419 about it, and they didn't have anything good to tell me, so screw them. Let's get over to dope. So I tested 3 different rounds out of this gun. First was the SIG 190 grain, and I got a 1.14 MOA group. Then the Hornady 180 grain Superformance SSTs, I got a 0.73 MOA, and the Barnes 220 grain OTM BT, and that was a 0.639 MOA. I ended up going with the Hornady Superformance, 1, because of the muzzle velocity, and 2, the Barnes, I did have a better MOA grouping with it, but I wasn't as confident with that group as I was with this Hornady group. Dope, we got dope at 317, 538, 691, and then when I went up to Utah, I was at 10,500 feet of elevation, and I got dope at 660. This is all in yards, not meters. And that was with a 10 mile per hour full value wind. One thing, if you know roughly the elevation that you're going to be hunting at, you should absolutely try and get some dope out at that elevation if you can, if you have the means to do it, because with the thinner air up at higher elevations, your bullet's actually going to travel farther while dropping less. That's about it. I'm just going to cut over to some videos of me actually shooting this thing.
Back to your match. So it's a kind of, it's like matches. A couple matches are too hard.
I think it went over it because we're at higher elevation. I think that was impact. One more. So obviously I'm spotting my own shots here, and I really can't see anything. Well, I can't see the exact impact until I go back and watch the video. After I made that adjustment, so at 3.2 mil rad, I was hitting where I was aiming, and I was holding 0.5 mil with the reticle for what I would guess is about a 10-mile-per-hour full value wind.
Hey, if y'all made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, share it with a friend. What I would really like to do is talk to y'all for a moment about a provision that was added to Donald Trump's big beautiful bill. Senator Mike Lee of Utah is a piece of shit. He put up to 250 million acres possible for sale. That's BLM and National Forest land. You need to call the number below, ask to speak to your state senator, and leave a message with them. Tell them why this land is important to you, why you feel deeply about it. It doesn't matter if you're a camper, a hiker, a hunter, whatever. Tell them that this land's not for sale. Teddy Roosevelt gave this land to us a long time ago, not for some greedy, dirty politicians to sell it off to make a few bucks.